God has made a special message for you in the Bible, hidden one. Of course, when you read the Bible, it means to be interpreted in a certain ways that aren't obvious at the first sight. But some secrets go deeper. How is it possible by? Is there a chance that it's a mistake that in the book written by around 30 people, I believe, one quote repeats itself 365 times, so that you can have that quote for every day of normal calendar year. What is the quote? Do not be afraid. Bible literally puts a message for every day of your life, every day, every calendar year. You shouldn't be afraid. And what that really means? Well, of course, you can interpret it in many ways. How I see it in one way is that you shouldn't be afraid to take certain risks so that your life doesn't pass by as you skipping any opportunity to make some part of your life better because of fear. So you are not afraid to ask that girl out that you see in a bus. You are not afraid to go to her and ask her, talk to her. You're not afraid to take that business opportunity or investing opportunity that you think is good. You're not afraid of what people may think of you. That's a very common fear, and it's very shitty fear, because you fear what people might say, what they will comment on your videos or something. While a very freeing mindset is when you realize that people don't give a damn fuck about what you do. Literally, I was afraid that naming this channel with my name and surname may make my friends find it. So at the very beginning, it was named this way. It was named emilpier, so the people couldn't find it. But I decided to change the name to the real one, and 3 days later my friends found it. What do you think happened? Nothing. I talked to them, we laughed for a little while, and nothing else. They didn't watch those videos and they didn't comment on me talking about nofap and such stuff. People don't give that damn fuck. You have to realize that fear is limiting you. God himself wants to tell you that fear is limiting, and you shouldn't be limited by fear. Of course, don't quote me on the way that you can do anything you think is good, even though you fear. You can fear of being chased by the police when you rape that girl. Of course it's bad. Have some common sense, have some morals. Literally, But there's also one side of that problem that suddenly came to me with this happening, that there is this quote 365 times in the Bible. From time to time, I do my kind of prayers where I summarize my life. I like talking to myself, but I like talking to God. It's like my own confession towards myself, because we have a lot of stuff hidden, tangled, not sure in our minds. And when we are able to put this out of us, so speak about it to ourselves, to someone else, write about it on paper, write a blog or something, you're able to materialize your thoughts. I've made a video on that. You may want to check this out. Then only we are able to see at our thoughts what they really are, because they may seem extremely disturbing, not unsure of what we really want, what really happens, what is our plan. But when we put our thoughts in a more clear way, we can find a solution. So did I, especially because I could say that I'm in a rut for the last weeks, maybe even months. Of course I do good stuff. I hope that this video will be helpful for you, because I really try hard to make those videos valuable. But there are parts of life where I drop, and I got it got too much for me, and I literally felt afraid of what may happen. Felt afraid that I may fail people who count on me, my parents, my future wife, God himself. I felt like I can fail them with what I'm doing if I don't stop. So I said that. And 2 days after, I found the study that the quote, "Do not be afraid," appears in the Bible 365 times. And didn't understand it at first, like, okay, it's impressive, yeah. So with the second time, and the third time, and I think that at the third time I realized that recently I prayed that I'm afraid. And I got the message that I shouldn't be afraid. And you shouldn't be afraid too. This also means that, of course, I can't quote it perfectly, biblically true, that I can quote a certain part of Bible that says it's true, maybe it's not. But how I see that is that when you live a life that's good, that's generally good and towards rules of the faith, of our faith, you shouldn't be afraid of getting to heaven. Because after some time, of course, not straightly into heaven, but you will get there. Because also, we have to look at sins in the different direction. Because you could ask me, do I have to stop watching porn to get with Jesus? And I'd really say no. Because it's the other way. You should get to Jesus so he can help you quit this porn addiction. Do you have to quit smoking marijuana? No, not really. You have to get to Jesus, get to know him, get to love him, get to believe in him. So you and him together can work out a solution. It can be this way. It should be this way. A powerful way. Where the problems that you couldn't deal with yourself, now you have the help, now you have the assistance. And it's a very strong assistance, I could say. Like, for the recent months, I've been getting closer and closer to my faith. And I can say that it really helps. You're not able to perform everything by yourself. Some people say that it's delusional to believe in God. Some atheists will say that it's not very good for you, that you shouldn't believe in man-made religions. I don't believe them, but even if we looked like, aside from emotional part, emotional bond, the love you have to Jesus, the love I have to Jesus, when you are at the top, when you're living a good life, it may not make a very good change. You can lead a very good life no matter what. But when you are down there in the rut, when you struggle with life, God can be your only hope at the moment. You may find yourself in times where your family isn't there to help you, your friends isn't there to help you, you don't have enough money to help yourself, you're in a very big problems. And now, people who don't believe in God are literally hopeless. And people who do believe in God have the message to not be afraid in a certain day. Because you have the message for the every day of the year. So the moral of this video is to go through life without fear. Go with the rules of faith. Go lead a good life. And you will end up in a very great position. Now go make your way to a better future.